So that bigger scab on my knee, that started a handful of days ago. I don't know, maybe as much as a week ago. I was walking along up at relatively high elevation. It was rocky, and I call them soft rocks. Not that they're actually soft, but they were, most of the rocks we were walking on at that time were rounded, like weather worn, rather than like a lot of the rocks here that are pretty jagged. Anyhow, there was a little section where the trail took 3 or 4 steps down on some rocks. There was vegetation encroaching on the trail. So I'm walking along. I had my poles planted in front of me. In case I slipped, I would catch myself falling down the hill. But what happened is, as I went to take a step forward with my left foot, I picked up my left pole, gonna move it ahead of me, coordinated with my left foot moving, and the pole gets stuck on the vegetation and plants itself squarely in between my legs. I'm already committed to taking that step down. I now have a pole between my legs, so I couldn't successfully complete the step, so I went down. I fell forward down the rock. My right knee smacked on top of the rock, and I just kind of rolled. It was not a dangerous place. I wasn't in danger of falling off a mountain or anything like that. So it was a low consequence fall, thankfully. Tree crossing. The funny thing is, so Oates was right behind me. She's been a guest videographer on some of the shots you've seen of me doing various antics on the trail, tree crossings and snow crossings. She was right behind me, and unfortunately she wasn't filming me at that time. It probably would have been a good video for funniest home videos. Anyhow, so I smacked my knee on the rock, fell forward, and I just rolled. Well, I ended up towards the bottom of this little set of rocks on my back, like a turtle on its back, arms and legs pointing up in the air. I initially was not able to move. I was stuck there on my back for a second. Oates immediately came to my rescue and helped me sit up and get moving again. I was lucky. Nothing was hurt. My backpack was fine. Nothing torn or broken in the backpack. The only damage to my body was that scrape on my knee. And it wasn't a deep scrape. It was just took the surface off. I got one good whack on the rock. It didn't bleed very much, so I let it be. I would not be surprised. I get comments about my treatment of injuries and illness pretty regularly. I tend to let my body do what it's going to do, and if it seems to be having trouble, that's when I'll intervene with medicine or whatever treatment might be necessary. So I saw the blood on my knee. I thought, well, that's good. It wasn't dirty. The rock was relatively clean that I hit. So I let it bleed a little bit. I had plenty of hiking yet to do that day, and by the end of the day, I already had a nice looking scab on it. I did a couple days ago in a tree crossing. I scraped my knee on the tree, didn't pick my leg up quite high enough, took the remaining scab, probably about half of it was left, took the remaining scab off on the tree. Then it bled quite a bit more, so I kind of wiped it up with my hand, that was running down my leg. So I had a big bloody looking leg for a while that day, but the scab came back again. I did put gauze over it at night so that I wasn't getting any kind of leakage on my pajamas or sleeping pad or anything. Every time I meet somebody now, they see my leg and they're like, oh my gosh, what happened? It's all okay. It's all healing up nicely. Maybe with my knee, instead of getting a tattoo when I finish the PCT, maybe I'll just have a small tattoo and just label a scar PCT 2025. I won't need any kind of fancy tattoo. I can just label the injury, and that'll be as much a story as having an official graphic tattoo. We'll see.